My name is Luis Daniel Maldonado Funk. I have been, for more than 30 years, dedicated to the search of a location, a culture, a nation, a community of people, a network that has the values, the interest in personal growth, the aptitude to develop the necessary skills, and the ability to generate and sustain the wealth necessary to create a scalable transformation process of our planet. My intention is to welcome this nation, this group of people, that location, to establish a long-term relationship with my ecosystem, with myself, for the sole purpose of creating a better, sustainable legacy for the following 9 generations. I'm standing now in front of you in a field in the middle of nature, telling you this story. For all of these years, I've been visiting many locations and many cultures and many nations. I've met so many people from all around the world. And so far, I have found only few that could sustain the intention to learn, to grow, to invest themselves, to put their hearts, their hands, their minds into action to create a change in our society, to create a new civilization. Most of the people I met are pulled by fear, are pulled by anxiety and the need of money, are pulled by deception and ready to deceive others in order to achieve their own soul individual goals. I've met very few people that today maybe are among to what we know purpose-driven entrepreneurs and investors, people that are dedicated with their heart, not only to do the profession that interests them the most and the activity that they want to do in their lives, for their own enjoyment, personal development and growth, or spiritual development, or wealth generation. I'm talking about people that is able to go beyond themselves, people that would like to certainly achieve a level of development in their own lives, but that is also ready to use some time and resources of their own individual journey to dedicate them to engage together to create a new future. And these type of people are met very seldom. So if you are one of those, if you think that your community, that your country has the ability to invest, to see in purpose, in a connection with the future, worth, and your community, your nation, your country, your network is ready. If you have the resources and you are ready, please connect with me. What I have to offer you is an abundant body of work and research, which is multidisciplinary, that is source and will be source of the most amazing, incredible innovations that our planet will see in the following 200-300 years. But for the planet to access to it, we need an engaged community of people that can see beyond themselves, that can see many generations in the future. And if we don't find that collective of people, that ability, that strength to generate the necessary wealth and impulse to bring this knowledge forward in the planet, then it's not going to happen that the following generations will receive these benefits. Because if we don't have a humanity ready to take responsibility, or at least a group of them ready to take responsibility and care for the future generations, then it makes no sense to do the effort. If there is not enough people engaged with the ability to share the wealth and generate more wealth, to make it possible for the following 9 generations to have a different type of future, a future in which there is peace, there is harmony, there is abundance, resources and care, equality, inclusion, in which people can communicate and collaborate with each other, in which people can have the space, the resources, the opportunities to grow and to develop themselves. If we cannot find in the world a number of individuals that are ready to do what's necessary to achieve these goals, then there is no need to do that. And if there is not such people, then the knowledge that we have acquired through the last 30 years of research also won't be necessary to be shared. And then it's a question of readiness. If the human species, if humanity is ready for this. And I'm not talking about the mechanist scientific academia or the new science based on neuroscience or cognitive science or quantum mechanics. I'm also not talking about the very new professions like psychology and psychiatry or the old religions and traditions and spirituality. I'm talking about people that today is ready to do an effort to learn beyond the past, the present, and the future to be able to create a transformation in our civilization, in our society. And we need that group of people today. And I hope that directly or indirectly, this message will be listened by them. Because you listening know somebody like that and you feel that you are not ready, but somebody else maybe is ready. Because you listener would like to become that type of person and be ready to engage and do something for the planet today, for your legacy, for future generations. Because maybe indirectly this information arrived to the ears of investors, innovators, entrepreneurs, explorers, creative people, coaches, trainers, consultants, scientists that can look beyond our time. The primordial knowledge, the matrix Q body of work, is the integration of the knowledge of ancient civilizations, the primordial culture, our modern times, and the future civilizations. And I know this sounds very abstract for you to understand maybe today, but let's say that the code of nature, the mathematics of nature, can be utilized to advance our civilization so rapidly, in such a way that most of the problems of our time may be solved. But those steps wouldn't be possible and will not be possible if we still have the same attitude and education and capacity in humanity today. And if we don't find a minimum amount of people and resources to be able to create a change, then this type of knowledge won't find a vessel to care for it and to transfer it for the following generations. As it has happened in the past, that researchers independently access to wonderful knowledge, and for generations it was not used but kept by people that took it, by people that deceived the researchers, the innovators, and kept the patents and used them later on to make millions of wealth. Or exactly the knowledge got lost and never found again until maybe many generations in the future somebody else rediscovered it. In the same way I did rediscover this knowledge that was used by many ancient cultures and civilizations in the past and by some scientists and innovators in the last centuries, and that certainly will be used in the future by other people that may come to the same traces of knowledge and may have the ability to connect the dots in the way I did. But the question is why we cannot do it today and now. Why discoveries like these have to wait that long? And the reason is simple. Because if you are an investor, you know that if you get property of the knowledge today and you give it to your family, 3 generations in the future, your family will use it. And if you share it today to a world and a community that is not ready to take it and to use it, then it will not be used. But it means that there are two groups of people that are not ready. Your family today and the community in the world today. Yet, there is a group of people that is ready. And that group of people need to demonstrate the values, the principles, the ability, the skills, the engagement to be able to be invited to receive it and to use it and to grow with it. And that's the reason I have created the Matrix Q ecosystem, because through the gamified programs we have, we can explore together if the people has the ability and the capacity and the values and is able to have the commitment to use the principles to engage into the process necessary to grow and be ready to become a vessel for this knowledge and have the character to use it to create a positive impulse for the following 9 generations. And I know for you it's probably difficult to now grasp how important this knowledge is. But the reason why I am communicating with you today is because it certainly is. And you can believe my word or not. But you can also communicate with me and let me introduce you to the projects, the innovations, and the work that can be done with this knowledge, and start introducing you to the personal growth experience that you will find by accessing slowly to this knowledge. And if this type of journey is something that you have been looking for in your whole life, if this type of journey and engagement and challenge is something that you have been looking for as an investor, innovator, entrepreneur, as an explorer, as a person dedicated to personal growth or spiritual development, then it is the time for you to communicate, to reach out. Don't wait. It is not necessary for you to have millions of euros, thousands of euros, or hundreds of euros. It is necessary for you to be able to follow instructions, to take challenges, to participate in games, to dedicate some time, to invest yourself, to communicate. This is the only thing you need to do. And please do that. Because it is the right time. We need you. We're waiting for you. I am waiting for you. If you want to reach out, please do it. And if your nation, your community, your network of investors, your country, your government is ready to invest and support me in the creation of centers for local people to grow and develop with this knowledge, please contact me, because I'm very ready to create new centers all around the world to collaborate with nations everywhere where there is people that is ready to do what's necessary to be done. And I hope that this call will reach out, as I said, to the right governments, to the right circles of investors, to the right network of entrepreneurs, to the right independent, self-sufficient people that understand the call and is ready to do the necessary thing to make this knowledge, the innovations and the work and the system available to a wider audience for the following 9 to 12 generations. And I'm certain that if we manage to do so in the following 10 years, we will together create an advanced civilization as we have never heard from before in ancient history. So with this long invitation and call and sharing with you the core essence of my journeys, my travels, my research, my innovation work, and my constant search, recruiting of people in all levels of the system, all sort of professions. Now you understand that the call is not exactly for a diploma, it's not for an amount of money, it's not for a university title, it is not for a color of skin or a nationality, a passport. My call is not for a person that have a large CV or a lot of experience. The call is for individuals that are ready to commit and take responsibility and do something together. And if that is you, if that is your government, that's your nation, your community, your company, let me know. I will be happy to communicate with you and spend the time that's necessary for us to get to know each other and collaborate to create.